I want to really start talking about some more experiences that I went through because I feel like maybe you probably went through some of the same shit, but maybe not. It's just entertainment. And I feel like a lot more people could stand to know what the fuck that I've been through, so I could actually, so you see why I speak the way that I do and shit. You know, I ain't just wake up one day and just be like, oh, I'm high frequency. No, nigga, no, I've been doing this shit for a long time. All right, starting with this story right here. One of the great, I talked about it before too. One of these great moments in my life. I was out here doing some dumb shit, making, my little monies, you know, back wherever the fuck. And then one of these days, I was borrowing a family member's vehicle, right? I told their ass I'm going to McDonald's. I'm gonna go to McDonald's and I'm gonna go get me a milkshake and some. I'm gonna go get me some food. You know what I'm saying? Cause McDonald's, that shit used to take like hours. You go through the drive-through and you was not coming out till nighttime, gang. You know what I'm saying? But basically, I had to make my money and I needed enough time to make that money. You know what I'm saying? So the excuse, it just came out the air. But as I'm doing this, I'm in another person's vehicle. I just go to my boy house and the shit dies, bruh. It dies. It's not starting. I done tried like I'm fucking starting this shit like 30 times. I done started walking around. It's like literally nighttime at this point. I done been out for probably 2-3 hours trying to get this bitch to start. I'm not trying to put my pride to the side because why would you, to snitch on yourself and all that shit? Like, I'm out here walking around trying to get a jump start from literally like 12 different people as they just come by like, yo, you can help me. And I'm like, bro, my shit it was stanking, bro. It was stanking. I know everybody that came around, bro, they was like, what the fuck does this guy got going on? I even had my own, like, people I was getting money from trying to help me start this shit, bro. It got that bad. I was there so long. Like, I did as my phone died. I didn't have no map. I literally didn't. I was planning to go to McDonald's after I made my money to go and eat something. Like, nigga, you think I was just trying to make money? I genuinely ain't had no food in that fridge, bro. I was starving. Ended up making some bread, right? Still no car working. I'm like, fuck. How am I gonna like get this back to the people that it's, this ain't my car, gang, you know what I'm saying? And it's dead. It's dead. I was like, fuck, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, my phone's dead. I can't even call if I wanted to. So I ended up just like leaving my car there, right? And about this time, it's literally 12, 1 o'clock in the middle of the night. I done left the house at like 5 in the afternoon. Talking about I'm going to McDonald's. Bullshit. Nigga, why do I like, it's midnight, I ain't got no phone, I gotta get all this shit out the car so nobody, come around. The windows was down, like, there was so much shit, I had to just like put it in my pockets and everything. I'm walking home, no map, I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Just like, but I'm constantly passing up these churches, right? I keep seeing these cop cars pass me by. I'm just fucking terrified, right? And like I said, I'm making money. I got all this shit on me, and I'm like, bro, I'm passing these churches, and it's one of those signs in my beginning of the journey. Like all these churches I was passing just opened my mind to, hey, there's a reason like I'm passing a church like on every fucking street that I go down. Like there's one on every last one of them. Like I don't remember if I prayed, but I just, I felt that. That Holy Spirit was there. And I ended up making home that night. Safe and sound. Everything touchdowns, all right. And then, we got to deal with the real issue at that. The problem is I lied to the family where the fuck I was going. And now I don't even have the car that I left with. It just make it even worse. So that day, that night actually, my family member, they were like waiting on me. Where the fuck were you and all that shit, right? As they should, as they would. And I had to lie and say I was going to get some stuff and this and that. I never told her I could play, but like, get some stuff. They knew I was already doing that and shit, and it was like, damn. you should have just told me like where you were going. It would have been like now we gotta figure out where the fucking car is and how to get it back over here. And the situation just became so much worse because I wasn't able to put my fucking pride aside at the very start of the shit, and that would have really just solved it. Would have just solved it all right then and there. I wouldn't have had to stress hours on end about what the fuck I'm gonna tell my family and this and that. You know, the truth shall set you free. Alright, this is one of those experiences. It's so basic. It's so basic. You know, this was a long time ago. I was a little fucking dumb boy. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. Right? The truth will set you free. Sometimes you just gotta be honest a little bit. Alright, it's just all of that led to that basic ass explanation, right? That's crazy, huh? Just goes to show you that, you know, sometimes you ain't got it all figured out. You know what I mean? You could always learn some more. And life gonna be the greatest teacher, all right? Every church I passed, I just felt even more blessed. I knew I was gonna make it home safe in there. You know, passing by the police stations and shit, it really do fire you up, right? So stay out of the dumb shit, man. Top that, be healthy. Don't go to McDonald's, gang. It's terrible. Don't eat humans, bro. Not a good diet, alright? Top of that, exercise. You know, I got so many steps in that motherfucking night, to say the least. My motherfucking feet was hurting. And then on top of that, get your money. Get your money. There's a lot of good little things we can talk about in there. You know, get your money up. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like I said, that fridge was empty. It was empty. Ain't no mommy wasn't home. Ain't no meals was getting cooked, man. You know, simple truth. You do what you gotta do. Be smart about it. When shit gets when you get caught up, man, don't even just tell the truth, man. Just tell the truth. It'll be a lot easier than, alright? Deal with what you gotta deal with. Be happy, healthy. I mean, everlastingly hungry over 4 years. I don't even know what this is about. It was fun though.